Welcome, welcome, welcome. As I'm getting adjusted, my apologies. So, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. I'm Whitney Moon. Woo. I swear I just heard something weird. We're just gonna ignore it and channel. Whew. She's got Betty Davis eyes. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I think I said that, but I say that a lot. G.O.D. Lawless, The Crow, The Conjuring, Good Distractions, and The Scarecrow. She's got Betty Davis eyes. Somebody likes your eyes, I think. Okay. Something about this crow card. Animal spirit. God's organized destruction. I feel like it's possible that somebody was scared out of liking you. Like, yeah. Like, you know, if you're new somewhere, okay, like you're new to town or something like that, and you get a job, you start working, and you point out some boy that you think is cute, some man that you think is cute. And everybody that works there knows this man from like years and years and years, okay? And they kind of look at you like, yeah, right. Like, I would take that guy. And you're like, well, why wouldn't you? Like, because it's fresh new eyes. Like, I just cleaned off the lens for I don't even know what reason. It wasn't even dirty. But it's like, I feel like sometimes when people have things around them all day long, then they get kind of used to it. So I was watching, this video came up today where this man and his wife were bringing home their newborn daughter for the first time, and he's driving like 10 kilometers an hour, and she's holding onto his hand, and you could tell like they're so nervous because they have to drive their daughter home for the first time. And I think, like, God, give them a couple months and they're going to be driving around forgetting to even, put the car seat in properly. Okay, because when you're nervous about something and then you get used to it, it's almost like people don't realize the sanctity in things, the amount of innocence in something, right? Because you do it a lot that you think, oh, I can do this any day, it doesn't matter. But it's still like, think of those parents, like, they're going to get used to driving around in the car with their daughter, which they need to, because you need to be alert when you're in the car driving around. Danny, what's going on? Okay, but it becomes like a second language. You stop kind of thinking about it because your daughter's in the car or your kid's in the car. You're automatically paying more attention. Like I know when I was driving around, like especially my little cousin, it was like I became a different person. You know, it was suddenly like I have somebody to look after now. Like I'm not just here for myself. Like I have to drive her here and here and here and then go back. And if anything happens, I had to tell my cousin what I just did to her daughter. Like, okay, so when I, especially as like an older person, once I got into like my 30s, the way that I was around children was so different. Like, I don't know what it is. I suddenly was very aware of their presence and how, man, they're what kids are. I don't know what they are. They're like little fucking recorders, you know, like they're little camcorders, like they're watching everything, they're recording everything, they're listening to everything. When you think a kid's not paying attention, that's when they're like probably paying attention the most. You can't say anything without a kid noticing what you're saying. Like they're so perceptive and like they'll make you think that they're not paying attention to anything. And they know exactly. Like, so I watched my friend. Actually, I just saw her stepmother. This friend I had back in high school. Her stepmother works at this bar in town, and I was thinking about her the other day because I mean we were friends for almost 10 years. And when I was babysitting her kids, she wanted me to become her nanny, her live-in nanny. And I was like, but her kids loved me so much. She had 2 boys, and I was driving around. They loved my convertible, so I would put the top down for them, and I would drive around town, and I took them swimming one day, and they were so fucking exhausted. I think one was 6 years old and one was maybe 9 years old, I think maybe 10, and they were asleep from what I thought in the back seat. Like they had moved, they were leaned up against each other. Oh, they were so cute. And I stopped, okay, because they live in a very small town with like 3 stop signs. I stopped at this one stop sign and then stopped at the next one, which was just adjacent to that one. It was kind of one of those like 3 stop kind of things. And those boys woke up because they knew at that second stop, okay, their grandfather had a chip truck, which he did right there, that had ice cream. So I made that second stop, and they got up like dogs. They were like, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know where we are? Like, you were sleeping. But they know every turn. They know every stop. And they're, like little boys under the age of 10. Tell me how the fuck they know. I don't know. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know what children are. That's why I don't have any, because I respect them so much that I don't even want to be near them. I would rather their parents pay for all the karma of anything happened to that kid, because if anything happened in my presence with somebody's child, I don't think I'd be able to live with myself. I really don't, because that's my ass right there, and I just fucked up. I feel like the responsibility that parents should take for their kids, and they don't. And it's very sad because, majority of us grow up like so rude, so you have to do everything yourself, and who makes you your parents are supposed to help you, and you're a grown-up, you need to do things all on your own. And it's like I can feel the hostility with people when I talk about parents and how much they really should help, and that nobody does anything alone. So the fact that anybody should tell you that you need to grow up and do something on your own, honestly, it's an abusive tactic, because when you go from losing everything, do you know how hard it is to build that shit back up? Even simply your credit, you have to find somebody that believes in you in order for you to make the next step. And then for you to make the next step, you've got to find another person that believes in you. And if nobody believes in you, then you could tell somebody to try every single day to change their life. And if nobody believes in them and nobody sees them, then all their efforts are just wasted. Like, so you can't really judge anybody's book by anybody's cover. You really have to look to see what's inside. And that's what really sucks, is because people don't read people's books. They judge on the outside. They judge everything. They think they're perfect, right? Because mommy and daddy said that they had to be perfect, so everybody in the world has to be perfect, when they don't realize that their mommies and daddies all abused them for their whole fucking life, trying to toughen them up. I'm showing you tough love. No, you're not. You're abusing. Tough love is what I feel like so many people use as that saying to abuse people. when like you're only saying you're giving tough love right now because you don't want to fucking try anymore, because the thing that you're trying to conquer isn't conquerable. It's a person. You have to deal with, you know, support them, be in the same room with them. You can't act like you're better than people. You can't act like you're on some fucking pedestal because you have a credit card and your neighbor doesn't. It doesn't mean because you have more money or you have more credit or you have a bigger house that you're a better person. But people who have been abused will believe that because their parents told them that they were never going to help them. Okay, they had one chance to do it, and if they didn't do it, then mommy and daddy were walking away, and that's it. You realize I keep saying mommy and daddy because that's still how they see these people, mommies and daddies, but they're not going to help. No, you have to respect your mother. You can't ask for help. What if your mother can't help you? Why wouldn't a mother be able to help? Why did she have kids if she can't help? I get it. Again, what if mom lost everything? Well, then, you know, let's just hope that one of her kids has more than she has. So then maybe that kid can help her out. We don't know why we're here with Mission, but I can tell you this right now, that if my situation turns around and I get into a better position and I get a house and a better job, okay, which can happen. I've already been there, so it's not like I can say I wasn't there already, because I was. And then suddenly my father knocked on my door because his wife died and he couldn't work anymore and he had a stroke and nowhere to go. People think it can't happen. Like, you can't lose everything. I watched somebody lose a millionaire wife, his property, his job, and she cheated on him. Because he dedicated 30 years, blah, 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 he assumes that he gets to have that position for the rest of his life. And he can stop trying. Clearly he stopped trying, or why did his wife start banging somebody else? Okay, I'm not saying that if your spouse cheats on you, then you are to blame, but think of it this way. If your spouse is starting to separate from you and you don't care, you're going to watch them walk away because you say you own a house with them or you have a contract with them so they can't leave you. Honey, you just stop trying and they can and will walk out on you, right? Like, you have to try for a relationship every day. No laziness, right? Or why are you in a relationship? I don't understand. But you also can't put that other person on the pedestal all day, every day, because then you just lost your identity for a relationship. So really, again, think about what you're fucking saying to yourself, how you're setting yourself up to fail massively by living out other people's expectations or other people's, you know, this is how we, because this is how my family did it. That's nice. Your family brought over slaves. That's nice. Your family abuses all their women. That's nice. Your family full of a bunch of alcoholics. Trying to break that shit over here. Maybe I don't want to use alcohol as a fucking tool to cope with my misery. Maybe I want to heal my misery so then I don't have to wear it on my face every day and then throw it at people because I'm angry today and I have a right to be angry because I have a right to my life and my feelings. Of course I do. But why would I want to throw that in a bunch of people's faces that have absolutely nothing to do with my past, my trauma, or what happened to me today? But somebody can say they're having a bad day and they have the right to piss all over your day. No, honey, they don't. Okay, so maybe that's why the crow is out, because I'm like, why is Brandon here? Like, honestly, why is he here? Well, he's coming in to say that, you know, he had his day lined up. Okay, and then somehow other people came in and decided that he needed to meet somebody else that day. Okay. And that's where, you know, anybody, again, I mean, we have free will for a reason, but we don't have free will to take other people's free will. Right. So basically, I got face to face with this lady recently, and I'm going to call her a little girl, actually, because she's kind of a little girl. And she, you know, she decided to burn me and line herself up with karma, all because she just decided, okay, that she could do whatever she wanted. And like, what a lot of young souls don't understand is that the things that you want in your life, you have to be prepared to fight tooth and nail for, because if you don't, somebody will come in and take it. Okay. So what this lady ended up doing to me, I had the ability to fight back, and I did in my own way. But at the same time, I heard karma say, she's not supposed to be there. She took something that she wasn't supposed to take. And just because it's in front of you doesn't mean it's yours. Have you ever seen that movie, fucking Pan's Labyrinth? Okay, where the fawn tells her to do all these things, and she gets put into that realm, and he tells her not to touch a single piece of food. He says, no matter what you do, don't touch that food. Like, everything depends on you going in there, getting what you need, get the key, and leave. And then she gets the key, and she turns around, and she takes food, as if she's allowed to do it. And she said, well, it was only one grape, but you weren't supposed to do it. We all have free will. Okay, we can do what we will, but if doing what we will is going to hurt somebody else when we're specifically told in the mission not to do it, then people are going to get their hands smacked. They are going to get positions taken away from them. They are going to fall out of towers because they were told not to hurt collective. And instead of listening and being a better person, because that's the path that we're trying to get them on, is to be a better person, make better decisions. But if you're going to keep making the same fucking cowardly decisions where you go behind closed doors and you fuck people, then at this point in time, people are going to go behind closed doors and fuck you. And that's literally how it's going to come out. Whether or not these people have to bend over, I don't know, and I don't care, because I'm not bending over anymore. Okay? Which means now they have to. Okay, so somebody is, it's almost like the way that a lot of collective is fighting back now is now we don't care. Now we've moved into positions where we're scaring them. Okay, they thought they had power because they had people around them. Okay, like the crow, you know, if they didn't have all their little buddies together, do you think they would have done what they did? No. Okay, it's like power holds truth in numbers, and so they walked around with their little crew of 4 or 5, you know, diminishing people's lives. And it's like, all right, well, for one, you were supposed to take that crew of 5 people and do something way better than what you did. But you decided to go on people's private property and fuck with them, okay? And sure, you're allowed to do whatever you want. Like the universe keeps telling you, all these little entitled fucking assholes, yes, you are allowed to do whatever the fuck you want. How many times do we have to tell you? But it doesn't mean that you're fucking supposed to, okay? Over and over and over and over and over again. Yes, you can hurt collective. Yes, you can run them over. Yes, you can take their lives. Yes, you can take their money. Yes, you can put spells on them. But are you fucking supposed to? No, because that's not how we fucking supposed to play. Okay, but for some reason they're like, yeah, but I'm not getting what I want, so I'm going to take what they have. What? Because you don't have any fucking patience? You don't have the ability to manifest a fucking single seed for yourself because you don't know how to germinate? That's nice, bitch. Get your fucking hands off my shit, right? And now it's like collective's been pushed, and then they've been pushed a little bit more, and then they were pushed a little bit more, and now it's like, all right, now I'm on the cliff. I'm not going to fall off. So I'm going to turn around now, and now you're going to get hurt. Because we're not giving up these positions. It's not happening. Okay? I don't know who thinks it's going to happen, but it's going to come to the point where, shit, bitch, we're going to go lawless then. You want to keep thinking that you can push everybody up to the edge and push them off because you want to be a bully? Do you know what happens to bullies? Wow. Shoot up and spit out because they're too busy wondering what collective's doing and how they can take them off, you know, the throne that collective just worked 10, 20, 30 fucking years trying to grow. But they don't like that you're up there. That's nice. Take a fucking bow, take a fucking knee, or walk the other way. Why can't people just walk away? I don't understand. Okay, because it's the shit that makes wars happen. When somebody just has to grab their dick and stand there a little bit longer just to prove that they can. Yeah, we get it. Like I said, you can stand there and block as long as you want. But just remember, what goes around comes around. Just remember that when collective gets back on the road, they're coming straight towards you. Just remember that God is watching you. Your kids are watching you. Your family is watching you. Your ancestors are watching you. Everybody's watching you. What the fuck are you doing? And I honestly, I feel like I need to say that to my father. I say that to him all the time, like, universe is watching you. Universe is watching you. The universe is watching you. They're watching you fuck me right now. And I don't give a shit if you don't remember the dreams. I don't give a shit if you don't know that you come into my fucking dreams and you rape me every day. I don't give a fuck, because I'm trying to tell you what's going on, and you're going to turn around and walk away as if I'm crazy? And you know what? Honestly, the best tactic a narcissist will use is by telling you you're crazy. It's the only tactic a fucking narcissist got, is to turn the tables around on you, because they know they've been caught. Bada boom, nada big. Honestly, I went inside and had a margarita. Thank God, because I feel like this is not my energy. Like, when this shit comes out, it's not me. It's just I'm the funnel and I'm the water, and I just got to say it. But I really don't care, like, what happens. This is my energy now. This is Whitney. Okay, because now, like, my temple is really hot, because I'm like, this channel is super hot right now. You need to calm down. But the energy is so angry, is so mad at what these people have done, that it's infuriating when it has to come out of collective, because it's like, these are lessons that we've been forced to learn for so long, and they're not lessons anymore. It's straight abuse. The lesson was that people can hurt you and then say that it's a lesson just to get away with the abuse. That's the new lesson. By the way, ain't nobody learning shit other than how gross and how disgusting and how sick and delusional these fucks are. This doesn't have anything to do with collective anymore. It really doesn't. Okay? That's why I think maybe we have good distractions, because I'm guessing that it went from evil distractions to good distractions, because now they get evilly distracted while collective gets the good distractions, right? Like, they get the possessed homes with the fucked up women, and you get the people that are grounded because you're grounded, right? Like, private property dead end. Like, whatever is going on, it's done. It's over with. These people have had their power, and it is no more. And that's just the fucking way it is. Like, you want to try to change it? That's nice. Like, I can guarantee you it's not going to fucking happen. Look at that. Death over life. These people are going to die out. They're not going to have the chance to rebuild anything anymore. They've had their chance. And I'm sick of them shitting all over everybody because of it, because they didn't get enough money while they worked, because they didn't plan for their future. They came and fucked with karmics. They came and fucked with collective, and right, to pay all their bills, because they didn't know how to. Honestly, I feel like, you know, when people work like those stupid fucking 9-to-5 jobs and like fucking factory jobs and shit, the only thing that gets them by is side hustles. If you don't have a side hustle, I suggest you do it, okay? Because side hustles are where it's at. Side hustles are the things that you get to work on while you're not working at your stupid job that you don't like. Because your side hustle is the thing that makes you straight up money, gangsta money, without having to pay a single fucking person out, okay? So somebody needs to learn how to do a side hustle, okay? Because that side hustle is going to piss these people off even more. Not only do they not like what you do as a job, okay, but once they find out what your side hustle is, they're gonna fucking mock that too. So you might as well make it the best fucking side hustle you can possibly think of, because regardless, they're gonna make fun of you, okay? And let that side hustle become a multi-million-dollar company, okay? Let it become that. Let it go where it wants to go. Because these people, they really thought that they were just gonna be able to conform you into everything that they believed, okay? Everything that they went through on. They want you to do it because they fell for the trap. Well, collective didn't. Collective actually, no matter if you're working or not working, if you own a house, don't, if you're fucking homeless or not, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. They're the ones living the lie. Money, 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 pussy, money, houses, blah, blah, blah. Treat everybody like shit. Now we're on top of the mountain. Now we can piss all over everybody because we made it to the top. We're never going to be on the bottom again. All the same people that you were on the bottom with, okay, those are all people. You're all the same. Whether you're on the bottom or you're on the top. You all have disgusting back hair. Y'all shit out of your mouths. Okay, y'all fucking lie like motherfuckers. You're all obese, fat, probably can't fucking fuck or shit. Okay, I don't want to be associated with you, but I'm also going to tell you you're no better than me. Okay? So I feel like this is a reality check. And I wouldn't be surprised if you watch somebody around you that had what you think, okay, had it all, and then is suddenly living in their car. Because again, it doesn't take that long. Once the dominoes start to go down, it doesn't take that long to lose everything. Probably maybe 6 months to a year. Once they find out bad news that they're sick, okay, or that their fucking wife is leaving them. I mean, it usually takes around 6 months to a year to watch somebody's life disintegrate. And I mean, yeah, keep flipping everybody off. Keep telling everybody how, you know, you can do everything that you want and you're better than everybody. I mean, keep doing it. Because, I mean, the more that these idiots walk around thinking that they have more, so then they are more, is the more that the universe has to clap back on them like, okay, well, today you're going to get a fucking flat tire because you, just like everybody else, is supposed to be checking your tire pressure, but you didn't because actually you're not as good as everybody else, but you think you are. So you don't channel yourself. You don't listen to yourself. Your soul is fucking 5,000 feet away from you. Doesn't even want to come anywhere near you, but rub it all over everybody's face that you've got more money than them because that's irrelevant. Fucking think hard, retards. Honestly. Whew. I mean, thank God I had a drink. I was like sitting here, like I need a drink. My favorite drink is a lime margarita. That's my favorite drink. And I had to have a lime margarita. I was like dying. I went to this place the other day, got a margarita. It was the worst thing I ever had in my life. Then I went from one place where I ordered a margarita. It took her 20 minutes to find out that she didn't have any margarita mix. I was like, how long have you been bartending? Because, yo, that shit's supposed to be prepped like the day before. So I don't even want to be here just knowing that you don't have my shit. I mean, I'm a server. I'll forgive and forget. But if that's the one thing I'm coming for, I'm not going to be like, oh, okay, well, I'll just get something else. No, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to my next location where I know that they have the best lime mix and some good servers. So I am so happy that I drank today. It's like I needed to. I love tequila. I don't know why, but tequila is like, you know how some people always have that one liquor that just doesn't really do anything to them? It kind of like, if anything, it feels medicinal. Like, cause I don't drink, right? Like I'm not a drinker, right? So when I do have a drink, I need it to be good. Oh man, and tequila is like, I can have multiple shots of tequila and wake up and feel like $1,000,000 because it gets into my bloodstream. I have such heavy, thick flow of blood. Like my blood is so thick. I'm constantly hot and lethargic because of it. So alcohol helps like, you know, like thin my blood out a little bit. So thank gosh, I'm starting to get thick blood. I can feel it. I'm thick. I need to thin my blood out a little bit. Woo! You can use alcohol for medicinal purposes. And, like, I definitely do. Because I don't ever want to get drunk. I do not like Whitney drunk. Oh, I get a headache, a migraine. Oh! All right, next message. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Eyes Without a Face. I gotta watch that movie. Okay. Okay. So what I'm kind of getting here is I'm getting that somebody is really, really good at hiding themselves. And I just watched 2 stalker cases where one of the guys was getting stalked and the other guy was stalking somebody because he thinks he's cool and he writes these stupid fucking mystery novels. And people actually think that he is this, you know, crazy psycho person, but it's all just, it's just a character. He's just playing a character. Okay, but he's really good at it. Okay, he had me fooled for 48 hours, 2 days. And then people can't fool me for long. I know the truth beside the fiction. And he's just playing a role. He's acting like he's doing something. But I mean, he's like a father of like 2 or 3, and he's not at all what he says he is. But I mean, it's to sell books. Okay, that's all he does it for. It's honestly, as a PR, as somebody who knows a lot about advertising, he's doing genius work. Okay, he knows that he's doing genius work because he is a little bit of a psychopath, but at the same time, who isn't a little bit of a psychopath? You know what I mean? I think we all at this point are. We all fantasize about things that we shouldn't fantasize about when we're angry, when we're upset, when we're frustrated. Okay, it doesn't mean that we act on anything though. Okay, so I feel like somebody is, I don't know, getting really good at watching you. Okay, or I think they're just getting really good at something. And I think you know who this is I'm talking about. I think you know, because it would either make sense or it wouldn't. Okay, so I feel like Collective knows who I'm talking about if this is the case. And, oh, my back. I feel like someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to get hurt if they don't stop, you know, like I feel like, you know, once you start breaking the rules or the law because you find that it's super easy to do, then sometimes you start doing it more and more and more, right? And it's like, holy fuck, like, you know, you have to get shut down eventually because you're going to hurt somebody. Okay, so I feel like the reason why people get DUIs, they get pulled over, is because it's now suddenly becoming a risk factor to everybody else, right? Spirit might not care about that person that's driving around drunk trying to hurt everybody, but they care about the people that they're trying to hurt. So it's not about protecting the drunk, it's about protecting who he could possibly hurt or who she could possibly hurt. So somebody's getting really good at something and they're going to get found out. They're going to get caught. Okay. And, you know, that'd be like if somebody, you know, if you are stalking somebody, okay, then, you know, they're going to see you, you know, they're going to see you. I think that's what it is. Someone's going to, like, that's what I'm getting with this. Like, somebody's going to all look and be like, I knew it was you. Like, because whoever this is, whoever's fucking with somebody, okay, whoever's fucking with somebody, it usually is somebody that you know. Okay. And I mean, you learn that from so many police shows out there, where the detectives say right away, it's usually 90% of the time somebody the victim knows. It's not a stranger. They want to say that it's a stranger to throw you off. Why would a stranger get obsessed with you? And in that case, I mean, it would definitely happen, okay? But I think that they would make themselves known. It wouldn't be a stranger that you never met, never saw, just kill you, okay? But it would definitely, you know, be like they were stalking you for a while. They were following you around. You kept seeing them. Okay, they come into your diner all the time, or they're, you know, you work somewhere, they're coming to your concession stand, or they're coming to buy something from you all the time, and you're like, okay, I saw you in the parking lot today. You're going to start putting 2 and 2 together. Like, somebody thinks that they're really slick Rick, and they're not. Okay, like maybe they have been for a while, but they're going to get caught. Okay, and once you catch them, I feel like they're gonna get pulled over, like following too close, perhaps, but not following too close to you, following too close to possibly the person behind you, right? Then they get pulled over. You see that they get pulled over behind you, and you're like, what the fuck, you know? And then you happen to have to like pull a U-turn or something and turn back around, or you know, like cops usually have people pulled over for like 20 minutes sometimes, okay, at least 10 minutes. And maybe you're going to be done at the store and come back around and then see them. And they're not going to see you because they didn't know where you went, which means they didn't know where you're coming out of, and they don't know that you're going to circle around and see them. Okay, so, and this came up a couple months ago where I was like, somebody's like right on somebody's ass. Like, you're going to pull out of somewhere and you're going to see them pull out behind you. And I kind of feel like it's a little bit like that, you know, and they say if you feel like you're being followed, make 3 left-hand turns or 3 right-hand turns, whatever. Okay, actually, well, left-hand turns would make more sense, because if you were making a left-hand turn, then that means that they might not, you don't have the right of way, so they might not be able to get right behind you. They might not be able to pull in right behind you right away. Okay, so you make 3 left-hand turns and see who's still behind you, and that's the person that's fucking following you around. And like I said, I'm pretty sure you know who this person is. Okay. And this all started off with eyes. Remember, I was singing, oh, you've got Betty Davis eyes. As soon as I turned this on, okay, and now we've got Eyes Without a Face. Like, literally, that movie, Eyes Without a Face, comes out. You know this person's face. So, I don't think cross-watchers are watching this. I think this is somebody who knows what I'm talking about. There's the woods, okay, and Wonder of the World. And you think about the Blair Witch Project, the Blair Witch stalks them. She follows them around day and night, constantly fucking with them, okay? If you want to talk about a stalker, the Blair Witch is definitely a fucking stalker, okay? She doesn't want anybody in her woods, okay? So maybe this is somebody, honestly, now I'm getting, maybe this isn't sexual. Maybe this is something like somebody doesn't want you at work, okay? Somebody doesn't want you in their friend group. So they follow you around. They torment you, trying to get you to leave town. Okay? Oh. So a few years ago, I was getting stalked, and they ran me out of town. And now I'm thinking, I think it was all a lie. I also think that there's somebody, okay, whoever this person is, they could have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, so they don't look, they don't play the part of being a stalker, right? Because why would they stalk you? They have a boyfriend. Why would they stalk you? They have a girlfriend, right? But that's the perfect disguise. Right, is stalk people with your family in front of you, because you think that your family thinks they're, you know, perfectly good, dad's perfectly fine, and, you know, because you're married and you've got, you know, some kids or whatever, but like dad's like fucking cheating and stalking people online, okay? And maybe mom finds out about it and tries to drive this chick out of town, okay? Like, honestly, I'm not quite sure where this is going, but I feel like people, you know, something wants to drive you away. Something wants you gone. They don't want you around. And you're doing a fucking documentary, okay? Like, they need to leave you alone. Like, you're there to do a job, and they're taking it personally because it's going to hit them personally, but like, that's nice. You know, are they wanting to run every police officer off the road for doing their job? Like, people have to do the jobs. Like, they have to keep civilization in order, because these fucking freaks are a bunch of nomads running around fucking thinking that they're entitled and they can just do whatever they want. Guess what? No, you fucking can't. No, you can't. But love that you think that you can. Okay, there's illness. So Cujo coming in now. Sickness. The sickness is rising. Oh my gosh, now I'm getting Dawn of the Dead. This guy does this remix of Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. Come on, get down with the sickness, you fucker, get up. It's such a funny song. Okay, there's Escape. Pan's Labyrinth. When did I just talk about Pan's Labyrinth? That was the reading before this. Where she met this guy. That's the man with the fruit. That she wasn't supposed to take the fruit, or this guy came after her. Oh, spirit. Spirit's right on our ass. Okay. Okay, so now the way that I'm going to read this card, though, is the fact that she gets, her mother gets taken away from her, dies, childbirth. Okay, so then she's left with El Capitan. She can't stay with him, so Spirit takes her away, kills her, puts her back with her family. So you might, honestly, you might get sick and suddenly, I think somebody around you might get sick and then you have to go and take care of them or something like that. And that's what saves you. Your stalker moves on. Okay. Stop, because like sometimes people, if they're really close to their families and stuff, they'll go for like months at a time and go and take care of their families. So there might be something coming up where, it's Spirit kind of knows now that it's getting dangerous for you. So they make a family member sick in some way, not life-threatening, just sick enough that they need somebody's help. And you're okay, well, I just happen to kind of be dealing with a bad situation. So like, I'll come and help you. And then your stalker fucking moves on. Because their celebration, like the only way to get these people off your track is to stop playing the game. And what they don't understand is it's not a game, it's your fucking life. But sometimes you got to stop playing your life in order to stop feeding the psycho. Okay, so there's Freddy underneath, okay, with dreams, and then we have the ring. So I rewatched this movie the other day, and I was like, I wanted to read the card better. Okay, so I feel like for one, your dreams are going to inform you that somebody is trying to hurt you. Okay, and within 7 days, okay, you're going to get out of it. And again, it's all analogy based. Some of this is not actual 3D based at all. This could be somebody trying to take your soul. Like we had a reading today that came up on the shorts. Somebody trying to take your soul, right? They're hearing them. I don't know. One of the shorts for some reason went into the readings category. I'm not sure why it did that, but I'm pretty sure it was the last reading that I put up. It was about something wanting your body, mind, soul, everything. Okay, and they're not going to get it. But they want it. But just because they want something, how many times have you wanted something in your life and you didn't get it? Okay, that's the same with this. Just because they want it doesn't fucking mean that they get it. Doesn't mean that it's going to come to them. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, you can wish upon a star and it never returns. Okay, that's the whole part of miracles and wishes and all that bullshit. Okay. 4321, 1, 2, 3, 4, literally on the clock. So this is a countdown. Okay, 7 days. I mean, that's what the ring is about. It's a countdown. Okay, there's psycho with shock. So somebody is, they're listening to that, something on the other side. They're listening to something dead. And they had to get away from it because if they continue, this thing wants to hurt them. Okay. So I don't get this. I don't understand this card because I just watched it and that's supposed to be Naomi Watts. She's blonde. Tell me how that doesn't look like Brenda from 90210. Like, where did you get that person from? What the fuck? Anyways, that's always bothered me about that card where I'm like, that bitch didn't have brown hair. And it looks like Brenda. Oh my God, what's their last name? 90210, Brenda and Brandon. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my God, I can't remember their last name. Does anybody know? She looks like Brenda. I know, right? Drives me crazy. You know why? Because I'm thinking of the Peach Pit. And Joe. Anyways, I'm going to have to look that up. That's going to drive me crazy. Okay. But this is a countdown. And you get out of it. That's the thing. You get out of it. So whatever they're trying to do, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be successful. So I feel like I want to say Harris, but I know that that's not it. I feel like it starts with an H. 90210 Tapaho. Treat a man like he treats me. Difference between a hooker and a hoe ain't nothing but a fee. So, and Papa. Who is a 90s person and doesn't know that fucking song, eh? There's the call. That's Scream. I feel like this person is calling you. They could be blocking. Their number. And one thing that I found out is there's these fucking apps that you can download, and you can make phone calls through them and change your fucking number. And you can just pick another number, and that's the number that comes up on your caller ID. So sad. Stalkers have such an advantage because of all these apps. They make it easy. They might as well have just handed stalkers everything they needed once they decided to have the internet. Honestly, like, way to go, Radio Shack. Okay, I think I'm gonna do one more reading. I am hot, but I give a fuck about my temperature. Okay, that just fell out. 5th house. I like it. Then we got Scorpio energy. Damn. And Venus? I'm your Venus. I'm your power, your desire? Huh. Okay. I'm your power, your desire. Okay, that's the house of Leo. Ooh, this could be a fucking contract. Big contract. Sign your life away kind of contract. Oh, but somebody wants it, so you can't be like, I gotta sign my life away? What do you think a contract is? Like, kinda, sorta, yeah. A little bit sign your life away-ish. Okay, let's see. Give me 5th house. 10 of cups. Well, actually 10 of coins. Family business. Everybody's making money. 7 of swords. With the king of swords, both in reverse. So, this is where it starts to get interesting. Somebody fucking lied. This is like, okay, this is like having an agent, okay, who won't get you the right part. Okay, they keep getting you, there's a chariot in reverse. They keep getting you the small parts, you know, the parts that barely pay any money. It's like somebody, whoever your agent is, if somebody has an agent out there, they're fucking you. They're not giving you anything that you deserve because they feel like you're gonna, I don't know, like bring shame to their name because they're your agent, right? They obviously just signed with you to get the money. There's the 10 of swords. It looks like that would be the ripping up of a contract in order to get something new. So you might be coming across somebody that's got a new contract for you as you break open old ones, old paradigms. Okay, there's the 4 of cups. And you wouldn't be able to get this new offer unless you destroyed the current contract that's keeping you in limbo, I just heard. Which is why it's Scorpio energy. That means transformation. That means somebody gets to finally fucking move and get past this liar. Okay, and they're the king of swords in reverse, which means their logic, everything is based off what this person says because they've built a trust within the community of I tell the truth, you can trust me, you know I don't fuck around, but they do. And they're holding a big piece of the fucking puzzle back. Which is why you won't move. Because they're holding you back. How can you move? That's like trying to get a plant to grow. You know you have to repot it, but you keep it in the same little pot. What up, Monica? Okay, obviously the plant is growing. Okay, you're growing, which means if you're growing with life, then you evolve. You know, you get the better high-paying job, right? You get the better boyfriend, you get the better house, you get the nicer car, right? You evolve with your accomplishments. Okay, but if you're trying to accomplish Mount Everest and they keep putting you in the Rockies, then you're not even anywhere near where you have to be. But they say that you can't handle Everest. You have to climb the Rocky Mountains for the next 20 years. And once you do that, maybe we'll let you go to Everest. And it's like, no, I fucking told you, I've been preparing for this. You've been doing this for at least 10 years, whatever it is. It's been being done for at least 10 years. Okay, 4 to 10. You're telling me that you haven't built up enough experience in 4 to 10 years to do something? I mean, come on. Come on. It's a fucking lie. It's a lie. They know you're ready, but they also know that if you go climb Mount Everest, then you're going to get a new coach. You're going to get a new agent. You're going to meet people that they don't want you to meet because they want to keep you below the surface where nobody can see you, but they can take your money. Okay, so there's the sword in reverse. This is that piece of information that somebody's holding back. See that thing under her fucking shawl? Okay, it's in reverse, which means it's a lie. Okay, it's not good. Like, yes, you do not need to find out every little piece of information from everybody and blah, blah, blah. But this piece of information was directly about you. Okay, which means actually it doesn't have anything else to do with anybody else but you. Okay, so them telling you that you don't get something because everybody else deserves to get a piece of it when it's actually your role, your blood, sweat, and tears, exactly what, like this role, whatever is coming up, there's going to be a role that's directly for you. This agent wants to keep you away from it. They want to give the role to somebody else. They want somebody prettier, okay, somebody younger, somebody who's apparently got more fucking experience than you, but is younger than you. Like they're trying to make it so hard for you. So whoever this is, it's almost like they've got their eye on somebody. So they know that they can say all these things because that person meets those expectations. Okay, so there's the Queen of Wands, and in reverse, I think this is the bitch that's doing it. Okay, and there's the Five of Wands in reverse. All of a sudden, you know, she can't fight anymore because you get out of that contract. You get away. There's the Three of Cups in reverse. Whoever this agent is, okay, could be one of your friends. And that's why you say you can trust her, right? You're like, well, I can trust this person. I know them. But no, you can't. Even the closest people that you know will fuck you over, okay, if they don't want you to go anywhere, which is the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, they know that if you find out, you're going to fucking get into another world. Look where those fucking stairs go. To another world, to a doorway with a whole other planet, a whole new, you know, life force. They don't want you there, okay? There's the Ace of Cups in reverse. They're going to try. Look at this. Look at this. They're hiding this from you, okay? This offer is just sitting behind your back because they don't want you to have it. Well, I just heard that's going to change because look at that. There's the Five of Cups. Okay, there's that cup again that the whole fucking card is kind of based off of. Okay, and now Spirit knows what they did. They know that they took this on you, and it's heartbreaking because it's breaking your heart, and it's something that can't be held back anymore. It's too obvious that it's hurting you. Okay, and for a contract that you signed, okay, with whoever this person is, all right, but under complete false pretenses. Okay, there's the teacher. So there's the new person. That's the new contract. That's going to be your new teacher. Okay, Queen of Swords now with the Three of Coins. So what's so funny about that is now it's almost like if you had a male agent, you're going to get a female agent. If you had a female agent, you're going to get a male agent. And the thing is that they immediately start to make money with you. Immediately. Okay, so that's how you know this person's not fucking around. This is the do not fuck around crew. They're not fucking around. But the person that you're working with that you claim is your friend is fucking you over. They're keeping one of the biggest offers behind your back because they don't think you're good enough for it. And I can remember this girl, I wanted to meet this guy so bad, and she told my sister she wouldn't. There was this guy that her boyfriend was friends with. I liked him. I wanted to get to know him. So my sister was like, okay, let's, like make a party. Let's have a party and we'll invite him. And then you guys can meet. Okay. We all talked about it. And then once I left the room, this is typical narcissist behavior. Her friend goes, he's not going to like her. He likes small, petite blondes. And what's so ironic about that is that he actually had a daughter that was a small, petite blonde. And the baby mama that he had a kid with was anything but a petite little blonde. I mean, she was dirty blonde. She was a fucking carpenter. Bitch fucking pumped iron. Okay? So, anyways, I ended up meeting him on my own. You know how? I sent him a fucking message on Instagram. Boom! Your girl's got game, bitches. So I just went, fuck it. All right. She thinks that he just likes little small blondes. Watch this. Send him a text message. Within 5 minutes, motherfucker writes me back and goes, well, do you want to go for a drink? Yeah. Love to. Tell me how that guy wasn't obsessed with me for 5 years straight. Give it to me. I know. Pat me on the back. Pat me on the back. This fat, black-haired bitch got the dude. And the thing is once I got him, I didn't even like him. And then it was like the hardest breakup of my life because he was so emotional about it. And then he wouldn't leave me alone for a couple years, at least. And then he married somebody and then started stalking me online again. And I was like, hey, how's that theory that he only likes small little blondes? Because the lady that he married is a correctional officer with black hair. Tattoos everywhere. I feel like some people are just going to tell you that you're not for somebody or that you're ugly or that somebody's not going to like you. They don't like your type. You know what I noticed? That people don't really have types. They really don't. If you're meant for them, you're meant for them. If they like you, they like you. And if somebody is, especially if it's a woman, don't ever take their advice that some guy is not going to like you. You know why? Because that bitch likes that guy. And she knows that guy's going to go for you. So she's going to tell you not to go anywhere near him because she secretly wants him. Bitches will be bitches. Okay? Trifling ass hoes be trifling ass hoes. They ain't trying to be nobody's best friend. They want the dick and only the dick. Don't get it twisted. Okay? So, I don't really know where this is going, but I like it because it seems like no matter how hard they tried, you're going to get the offer no matter what. And I think the reason why you're going to get the offer no matter what is because I think that this offer has been hovering around you for about 3 years. 3 years. 36 months. Okay? With them going, no, that's not the person you want. You want this. You want this. Okay? You don't want my shitty actress, okay, that yells too much. Actually, they do. And they're half deaf, so it's perfect. Oh, you don't like that I'm loud? That's nice. Didn't hear any complaints from your boyfriend last night, bitch. I feel like I just should have done a mic drop. Done. Honestly, I fucked this girl's ex-husband just because I could. She doesn't know about it. And he got a little fucking hooked on phonics after that. Jesus Christ. But I'm the psycho, right? Don't let people put, information in the airways about you and then you actually believe it. You know what I mean? It's like, don't do it. Don't believe, unless it comes from the horse's mouth, don't believe it. And use my advice. If somebody says that somebody likes the complete opposite of what you are, and it looks a little bit more like them, or you're kind of like, oh, really? Well, that's funny you say that, because I was actually talking to them last night and they wanted to take me home. So is there anything else that you would like to bullshit your way through? Or can you just sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up? Honestly, I feel like people just need a good fucking smack. Like, get your shit together. Like, holy fuck. You think you're the only fucking chick that's got a pussy in this world? You think you're the only one that can tell a lie and backstab a bitch? Really? Pretty sure this shit was written by witches. So, thanks. Sit down and shut your mouth. And you know what? Surprisingly, I, in my dreams the other night, gave somebody back their tongue. Yeah, I said it. Okay, we were both tied up. Somehow he got his hands untied before me, and then he untied my hands before even taking tape off his own mouth. This was all in a dream. And then, so he untied my hands. I took his tape off of his mouth, and then he took my tape off of my mouth, and then we both took the tape off of our feet. I don't know why we took the tape off each other's mouths. I don't know. Maybe it was easier. I don't know. And then he opened up his mouth. It was like a Beetlejuice thing. He opened up his mouth and he had no tongue. And I was like, do you want your tongue back? And he's like, and I did something and his tongue was in his mouth. And then that made me think of the reading that I did not too long ago about the halted tongue. Because that would be halted tongue. Some witch doing some fucking, spell on a voodoo doll or some shit, sews up somebody's mouth or makes a mouth and shoves something in it or, rips the tongue out. And then the only way it can work, because that person has to be able to speak. But it doesn't mean that they can directly speak to me, because he couldn't directly speak to me. But I knew what he needed because we were right there. And then suddenly he could speak. And he was like, he wouldn't shut up. He was like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, I guess that's what happens when you haven't spoke for 10 years. Like, you're not going to shut up now. But, I mean, now I'm getting, with that movie, Hocus Pocus, when they get the guy from the grave. And he finally does that. He blows and he's got all that trash in his mouth. It was like that. Because he had tape over his mouth. So I'm getting Beetlejuice and I'm getting Hocus Pocus, which makes me think that this is witchcraft. Like, honestly, I can't lie. Like, I'm like, this is witchcraft. This is fucking witchcraft. Like, I don't know how else to say it. This is fucking witchcraft. But it's over now. Like, I mean, they only have their chance in the spotlight for so long. Their magic can only work for so long. Yep. So I said witch, the warlock came out, same fucking diff, same shit. Okay, so that's them. That means it's a male witch doing it. Or a woman in her masculine energy acting like a fucking dude when she's a fucking woman. Okay? Whoever this is, I mean, it's directly affecting collective for sure. This person wanted to be you. This is what I'm saying. This is the same sex as you. Whoever this person is the same sex as you. They want to be you. So they try to take people away from you and then date them themselves. Ugh. Okay? And then look at this fucking idiot. Like, they're an idiot. Okay? They think they're so slick and they're not. They're not. This reads like a fucking book, okay? They're not the first ones to do it, nor are they original. Okay? Trying to make this shit sound authenticious. What? Exactly. So they have really, really badly been trying to hide this from you. I think this person, I did this whole reading without a drink. I just refilled my ice cubes. And I left it in the other room. Wow. Okay. I don't know what I was going to say, but I'm pretty sure that pretty much all I really want to say is that this magic is over with. They tried to unalive you so then they could become you. And their fuel has been the fact that they've been doing this all kind of like behind the scenes, but right in front of you. Okay? But that's where it comes back in and we say, hello, you're not that good at what you do because it came out. Okay? If you were that good at what you did, it wouldn't be in my cards right now, all up in my shit. Okay? So no, they didn't do as well as they thought that they did. Even if they had results, it doesn't matter. Okay, and anything they took is now have to be, returned. And anything they derailed has to get back on the track, right? Anything that anybody, put it this way, if you've acquired a few enemies over this last term, okay, all of that's going to be debunked. Okay, all those friends are coming back, okay, and they're going to lose everything. They're going to lose those friends because I feel like this is like somebody who didn't like you. They just didn't want you around, right? So they tried to get you to leave, and it worked because I think you left, but now you're coming back, and now they got to go. When they could have just all played in the sandbox together nicely, but no, you had to go and be a bully. Well, now, bullies, the way that I've seen it, bullies get what's coming to them. I've seen it. I've watched it. So I have to believe that if you want to be a bully, you will get tweeted. You will get tweeted very specially for being such a fucking jackass for no reason. Oh, there's a card flipped. 911 emergency, okay, with work on the bottom of the deck. It just stuck to the table, okay? And look at this. There's a fucking card, okay, that was flipped up, red light special, back off, stop. They were told so many fucking times not to do what they were doing, and they just, I can. Again, yeah. And the universe can ruin your life now. So you gotta love those fucking people that really put the emphasis in. And it's like, yeah, bitch. Like it doesn't stink after you take a shit. Because you just poop flowers, right? Nothing's ever wrong with you. Oh no, you're perfect. And Collector's like, fuck you, suck a dick. Suck your dad's dick. Suck anybody's dick. Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, I'm gonna cut it out and go and enjoy the rest of my day. 109.09 I just caught. That was fucking incredible. Thanks for watching. This is a really weird reading, but at the same time, right up the alley to normal for this channel. So thanks. And I just heard people are going to be hitting rock bottom, so whatever the fuck that means. Again, watch your enemies fail and fall real quick. All right? And then give them a nice little pat for all the fucking times that they didn't have your back, thinking that their cloud wasn't going to dissipate one day. Aw, you think you were going to be on that cloud forever? Yeah, nothing lasts forever, but we like them to think that, right? Okay. Peace out. Thank you for everybody who joined. Thank you for everybody being here. Thank you for liking this video. It means so much. It means the world to me. All right. Join me over on Instagram. Shit is popping off over there. All right. Join me over there. Lots of magic, lots of good energy, and peace out. All right. Peace out. Monday night. See ya, bitches.